Don't shake too tight or too hard. To show your confidence, that's enough. Don't shake too long or too short. To show your sincerity, that's okay. The distance between two people could be varied in different cases. If the two are close friends, the distance is within half a meter. That's very close. If the two are not very intimate, such a distance will cause uncomfortable feeling, and it's weird to have such a close distance with a stranger. For social communication, not too close. 1 meter is acceptable, but not too far. It will be strange too to talk with a person who is 1.5 meters far away from you. 1 meter is a comfortable distance for two people to stretch their arms out for handshaking, and the people will keep 2 meters far away for safety reasons. Here are some tips for handshaking. Lady first, the elderly first, the boss first, the host first to welcome, the guest first to say goodbye. If they are too shy to shake hands with you, just nod and smile. Smile can be seen as another you. That's the first impression you leave to others. Big smile means warm and opening. Small smile means shy and reserved. In Chinese culture, people in ancient times can't let teeth out when they smile. But today, it is suggested to smile with 8 teeth out. This is a good standard to have a sweet smile, which may make other people comfortable, and they can feel your sincerity and confidence. You can practice how to smile. Yes, smile needs training. You may wonder why. Research shows that only 20% of people can smile with leveling sides of the mouth. That means 8 out of 10 people will smile with one mouth side higher than the other side. So having a beautiful and natural smile in the face needs training. Of course, your sincerity and hospitality can't be trained to get. Let's play a game. Smile to your friend first and take a photo to record your smile. Then, take out a sheet of paper to cover the second half of your face. Ask your friend to guess whether you smile or not. Then, cover the first half of the face like this, and then smile to see your mouth until the 2 sides of the mouth are leveling. You can ask a friend while smiling to get his or her response. Show your face out and then smile to see the differences. In English-speaking countries, people usually hug or kiss each other in public between males and females. But it's not acceptable and only exists between lovers and couples in private in China. Good friends and acquaintances will accept body touch, including touching the shoulders between close friends, or patting back to show support or praise. In Chinese culture, hug or kiss is extremely intimate behavior, and they are quite privacy. We are reserved and shy and reluctant and not used to expressing our emotions in public. Close body touch in public is unacceptable in our tradition, so hugs or kisses are seldom seen in China. With the increasing cultural exchange, some young people have learned such behaviors, but most Chinese are still quite traditional to do that on social occasions. There's no hand kiss in Chinese etiquette because we have no royal families anymore, and in history, Chinese people had to kneel down and kowtow to show deep respect to the emperor. Unlike Japanese or Koreans, we don't bow very often. Bow slightly is enough. Deep bow is not necessary, and sometimes it will be very strange. The lady in the left picture shows a good example to bow. You can see the left picture. After saying hello to each other, then you need to send your name card to the other people. When it is the first met, you need to move first, give your name card without much prompting. Pay attention to using two hands and give directly to the hands of the other people. The name card should be easy to take and easy to read, with the words in Chinese or English in the right direction for different people. Such initiative and details will show your attitude and etiquette. You will get other people's name cards as an exchange. At this time, read the name cards you get carefully and put them in the right place to show your respect. Don't play with the card or write anything on the card even if you feel bored or you want to take some notes to help you to know who is who. You can put the card in front of the person to help you remember him or her. As for sitting, there is a simple rule. Sit as shown. Here are some pictures to show where you should sit. This is the first picture. Suppose this is a meeting room and the seats and the table are put like this. Generally, the host will sit in the right and leave the seats in the left to the guests. You may wonder, it is different from the international practice. Yes, this is the difference. In China, in political and business meetings, the left seat is for the guests and the VIP. However, in a banquet, the guests and the VIP will sit on the right seats. This is a second picture. Still, suppose this is a meeting room and seats and tables are set in the way. Then, hosts will sit behind the door and the guests will sit facing the door. Of course, the seat in the middle is for the most important person, and the seats at the end are for the least important people. If there is no table in the middle of the meeting room, like the third picture, it is usually for the leaders' meeting, not for negotiation. It will usually be relaxing and not too formal, but sitting is still important. This room will be very large to have double doors for entrance. VIP guest and the host will sit as shown in the picture. The other two groups, the followers of the guest and the host, will sit beside. You see, the host and the guest will sit in the middle, accompanied by the other people in two sides. Let's make a conclusion. Here are 2 tips. 1. Left seat is for the guest in political and business meetings. That's different from the international convention. But the right seat is for the VIP in the banquet. 2. Guest seat facing the door. If you can't remember, then easy. Sit as shown. When you are seated, you have to mind your sitting posture. No crossing legs. Obama sits with crossing legs to show kind of relaxing and intimate attitude. But in Chinese culture, such sitting posture is not good. Sometimes it means I don't care, I'm not listening, or aggressive. The chairman, Hu Jintao in China, shows a standard sitting posture in Chinese culture, especially for male leaders in formal meetings. So keep sitting in this way, showing in the right picture. These 2 pictures show you some other wrong sitting postures. Such postures will be considered rude and uneducated, so avoid doing that. You may think you need to have an eye contact. The questions are just when and how long and to whom. But the case is completely different here. Don't look at the other people's eyes directly. It will cause uncomfortable. You are too tough and aggressive if you have a direct eye contact. This is also different from the Western cultures. In Western culture, having direct eye contact usually means the person is open, trustworthy, or quite interested. There is a saying, never trust a person who can't look you in the eyes. So having a direct eye contact is quite natural and necessary to show one's sincerity and confidence. But in China, looking at one's eyes directly will be regarded as a sign of impoliteness. And it's a bad manner, especially looking at your teachers, supervisors, or seniors. It is aggressive and overwhelming if you look at one's eyes long time with sharp eyes. So in Chinese culture, we are told to look at the other people's noses instead of eyes directly. So don't feel strange if a Chinese speaker doesn't have eye contact with his audience, because it's quite natural here. Before talking to the point, some drinks will be served, usually tea or coffee, with tea more often. If you ask for a coffee, usually instant coffee will be served. If you ask for a tea, then there will be a tea bag with boiled water or some tea leaves with boiled water. Usually the tea is green tea or oolong tea. Generally, black tea is for leisure time, not for meetings. There won't be any milk, sugar, cookies, or other refreshments for the tea. It's just hot water, very, very hot water. Don't drink immediately. There's a warning that it is really hot. And don't eat tea leaves. You need to avoid tea leaves while drinking, so it can be tricky. If you want to send some gifts, such things are not the good idea. Umbrellas and pears mean to be apart, not to be together in Chinese. To send a clock to someone means to send this person to the hell. Chrysanthemum is only for those buried. so they are seen as unlucky, although in ancient China, such flower was often praised by some poets. Green hat is a slang, which means a man's girlfriend or wife has another lover. So if you don't know what to send as a gift, you can ask your Chinese friends or colleagues for advice. Last, talking. If you want to break the ice, you can give a praise, such as how big the office is, or say something about the good working environment. To begin the meeting, the host will introduce the name and the title of each leader who is present, which always takes time. If introduced, those in higher positions will be introduced first, regardless of the gender. Leaders will speak first, give long talks. There's no time limit for them to talk. Sometimes they speak really long time and meaningless. Next, it is the turn for employees. They usually thank the leadership of the leaders, whether or not they are related to the success or the achievements of the employees. Now let's watch some video to see the story of Sam, an American-born Chinese lawyer, come to Shanghai and meeting some people here and learn some do's and don'ts while doing business here.
That's me.
Welcome to China. I'm Amanda Wilson, relocation specialist. It's my job to help you get adjusted.
Hi.
For a second, I thought I missed you. I was running late. My IE was sick, and I had to find a babysitter, and so... Everything okay?
Yeah, I was just expecting someone with slightly darker hair.
Hey, here's your survival pack, some Chinese yuan, money, in other words, a map of Shanghai, your business cards, and your mobile phone, your numbers. Right over there. So before we go to your apartment, I want to take you to meet Donald from AmCham. He's kind of the mayor of Americatown.
Americatown?
Yeah, that's what we call our little expat community over here. It's kind of like Chinatown in the U.S., but the other way around. There you go. 我们去浦西花海路.
Speak Chinese?
Of course. Don't you? Restaurant opening.
Oh, yeah? I love a good restaurant. What kind of food do they have?
Amanda, good morning. Well, this must be Sam, Donald Cafferty, president of JFC China.
Yan Chow. Nice to meet you. Never seen so much fanfare at a fast food place before.
Our 8,000 store opening called for a little celebration. Chinese are crazy about fried chicken. Here, have a coupon for a free spicy chicken sandwich. Welcome to Shanghai. What are you doing Thursday night? Great. Meet me for drinks out on the bun. I'll introduce you to all the top business execs in town. Microsoft, B&G, Ford. I'm going to drive a lot of business your way. Ever been to China before?
I've never been above 79th Street. before. New York, street. Joke.
He's gonna be a homesick one, I can tell. Well, lucky for you, I own an American bar in Hongqiao. If you ever get lonely, come on by.
Okay, sounds great.
Good man. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm late for my photo shoot.
Modeling career finally taking off?
No, AmCham election's coming up. Get first, Sam.
Yeah. Thursday.
Ready to see your new apartment?
Sweet as I'll ever be.
Sorry?
Look, I had a nice life back in New York. So whatever you found me, better not be too much of a letdown.
Okay, here we are. 2 bed, 2 bath, hardwood floors, recycled glass windows, high-def TV, solar panels on the roof, and the entire building is brand new. What do you think?
That's nice. I'll take it.
Okay, I'll get the papers ready.
What the hell is that?
Construction, but they're supposed to be finished by now.
Are you telling me this building is still being built?
Shanghai and construction go hand in hand, and sometimes these new, greener buildings take just a little bit longer to get.
Huh.
I have to get you out of here. I have a backup apartment down the street. It's not as nice as this one, but at least it's finished.
Is it a dump?
No, I mean, it's a tad smaller and the amenities are less new, but it's a really nice place in a great neighborhood.
It's a dump. I'm staying here. Forget about it.
Sam, I cannot in good conscience let you stay here with all that noise going on upstairs.
I completely agree. So here's what you do. Just tell them the future partner of a huge American law firm just moved in. They need to shut it down for 3 months or else I'll sue them. Here's my card.
Right, this may not work.
It's obvious that Sam is unwilling to come to Shanghai, China. He thinks the country is rather poor and undeveloped. So he is quite arrogant and impolite at the beginning. Even he meets Amanda and Donald. He doesn't want to be friendly and nice. So although Donald has invited him to some activities 3 times, he only accepts the last one to relax himself. He's rude to Amanda with his conceited tongue and wrong posture to give his name card. So you can guess, Sam will have a lot of troubles while doing business here.
Okay, this is Yingcheng Road. Okay, that's gotta be. You have no idea. Let's go.
Taxi!
Hi. Can you take me to this address, please?
要到的这个地方就在那儿，
Just take me to the address.
你不需要坐出租车，走过去就行了。
Why are we arguing?
看见了吗？前面有个大楼，就是你要去的地方。
Oh, okay. All right. I get it. I'm from New York City, so don't think that just because I'm from out of town that you can pad the fare by going the long way or whatever it is you're trying to do. Just take me here.
下车时，请您不要遗忘发票和随身携带的物品。
到了。
Thank you.
喂，你好，鲍威尔大公司，请稍等。
Mr. Chow, we spoke on the phone. I'm Fang Fang, your assistant.
Oh, thank you for calling. Is he here?
Yes, in the conference room. Marcus Grau from Graf Technology in San Antonio.
San Antonio.
我没有客户的电子邮件地址。
Thank you. Okay, let's see. Alamo.
What are you writing?
Well, talking points. Last time I met this guy, I couldn't stop talking about his hometown. He's like 100% Texas through and through. Marcus. Hi, Sam Chow.
Hey, how have you been?
Good to see you again. Sorry I'm late. I just flew in from New York this morning and just kind of...
Huh?
Can I get you some coffee, or there's coffee in China, right, Fang Fang?
We have decaf, dark roast, French roast, low-fat milk, full-fat milk, soy milk, sugar, honey, and artificial sweetener.
Oh.
Some hot tea would be wonderful.
Well, looks like I kept you waiting.
Oh, don't sweat it. I carry my brushes with me wherever I go so I can practice my Chinese calligraphy. Ever since relocating to Shanghai, I've just fallen in love with Chinese culture.
I know what you mean. I really treasure my heritage. There's leaves in my tea.
That's how I drink it.
Delicious.
Oh, yeah, this is fragrant. So, Marcus, what can I help you with today?
What's the biggest complaint people have about touchscreen phones? They're too hard to type on.
Sam meets a lot of problems, such as difficult finding the right way to the office, not trusting the taxi driver, not good at communicating with his assistant, and he even has the trouble of drinking tea. He has made a lot of jokes.
Sam, listen, I know where Lin's factory is, okay? Apparently he owns some industrial property in a place called Changzhou.
Hangzhou!
Right, whatever they just said. Listen.
I think I can still salvage this thing, but I need your help. How do I file an injunction against the factory?
Changzhou's in the Jiangsu province. You need to file a complaint with the Jiangsu Administration of Industry and Commerce.
Okay.
Make an appointment, plead your case, and convince them to get a magistrate out there to shut the plant down. It might take a couple of weeks.
A couple of weeks? I don't have a couple of weeks. There has to be a faster way here.
Not unless you have some guanxi with the Jiangsu AIC.
How am I going to get that?
I have a cousin that works there.
Donald, I'll call you back. You have a cousin, Guan? Are you serious? Listen, Lee, you've just made my day. Please call him for me.
The flowers are dying.
Forget about the flowers. We're talking about cousins here. Can you please call him for me?
I don't know. I'm still upset with you for toying with Fang Fang's heart.
I didn't toy with Fang Fang's heart. There's nothing going on between me and Fang Fang, okay? She was pissed at me because I was a jerk and that's why she quit. That's the truth. Now, please, call your cousin for me. I am desperate.
How desperate?
怎么了？
Hi, my name's Sam. I'm looking for Fang Fang.
哦，我听不懂。
I work with her. I'm her boss, actually. Business card.
哎呦，老板啊！
Sam has a big problem in doing business in Shanghai. He needs urgent help, and he knows he has to change his attitudes and be polite. He also knows the importance of guanxi in China.
No, I'm just a coffee bean.
Ready?
Yeah. I'll take that.
Sam 总想着有朝一日能开一个自己的律师事务所，但他从来没有想过这一天来得如此之快，更没想过会开在上海。我第一次遇见 Sam 的时候，完全没有想到故事的结局会是这样。这个曾经野心勃勃，为了自己的事业不择手段的人，当渴望已久的美差摆在自己眼前的时候，却做出了正确的选择。也许是我太大惊小怪了。上海本来就是一座瞬息万变的城市，来到上海的人，怎么就不能变呢？你也许能够学会如何去做一个更加谦逊的人，或者变成你一直梦想成为的人。
Sam has changed, and he has a new beginning in Shanghai. Of course, this is just a movie with some exaggerations to tell you an interesting story of Sam. but it also shows you some aspects on meeting business people here in China. Hope you like it. Thank you.